for being here with us for this very important debate with the European Parliament on the future of the European Union. During the face-to-face with the President of the Romanian Republic, we have spoken on the most important issue for the European Union: immigration, MFF, the future of the European Union. On immigration, I underline the importance of the Dublin reform. I asked to the Romanian President his support for a vote by the Council before the European elections on the Dublin reform. On immigration, also it's important to work all together. On MFF, for the European Parliament, underlined during my speech the importance of the season before the European elections. The other point is the European engagement, the Member States, the European Parliament, all together for reducing the distance between the European citizens and the European institutions. For us, it's very important to cooperate with the Member States. It's important also to cooperate with Romania during the Romanian presidency of the European Union. We are paving the way for a stronger and better cooperation, and I want to thank the President Iohannis for this cooperation, for his engagement in favor of the European Union, in favor of a strong link between his presidency and the European Parliament.
Thank you very much. I would like first to thank President Tajani for the invitation to participate in a debate today. Very interesting debate. Very interesting because it was about the future of the European Union. And in my opinion, the future has to be a good one. So this was, Mr. President, a good debate. And the process of reflection on the future of Europe we are going through has an essential role in generating not only ideas, but also in generating solutions and approaches. Romania is a firm supporter of a strong European project and of a deep European integration. We appreciate and have appreciated the position of the European Parliament, which we not only respect, but we fully share. We believe that we have to join our efforts to restore the confidence in the European project. I think that's one of the most important issues we have to deal with. Growing Euroscepticism is a bad sign for the European politicians, and we have to hear that bell ringing. Romania is going to have a very good opportunity to prove that it not only believes in a future, in a good future of the European Union, but that it is involved, it gets involved, and Romania is able to deliver. All this because Romania is going to have the presidency of the Council of the European Union for the first half of 2019. We intend to make this a success, and we intend to work for a consolidated and more efficient European Union. I underline this and other objectives we have, which we will promote during our presidency. For over 60 years, the European project has been a success. Together, Mr. President, we have to take care of the European project so that it stays a success, and we have to do this together. We have to get involved. We have to re-engage everybody in our project. We have to make the project of the European citizens. I think that the European Union has to work in a way so that nobody is left behind. No European state, no European citizen has to be left behind. And the reverse is true too. The European project cannot be a success without the support of the European citizens. People expect clear and straight answers. And the Romanian approach is straight and a clear one. The European Union has to be united. The European Union has to be cohesive and inclusive. We have to create such policies to make all this happen. One of the most challenging projects for us in Romania is the summit that will be held in Sibiu, in Romania, on the 9th of May 2019. The summit is extremely important for us in Romania because it will be the first summit organized in and by Romania. But its real importance lies in what is going to be discussed during that summit, because that summit is dedicated to the future of the European Union, and I am determined, Romania and the Romanians are determined to be part of this future, to be part of the decision-making for the European future, and I'm convinced that together with all the participants at the summit in Sibiu, we will design a project that is credible, that is deliverable, and that will make the European Union again strong. Thank you.
Thank you, President Iohannis. There's time for 3 questions. Who would like to take the floor first? Yes, please.
Thank you, Robert Lupițu, Calea Europeană. Questions for both presidents. Mr. Tajani, which are the concrete expectations from the European Parliament for the upcoming Romanian EU Council presidency? And for Mr. President Iohannis, you mentioned in your speech about the Sibiu summit, about the European elections, and also about the lack of connectivity between politicians and citizens. What will you do as a representative of Romania, the council that will hold the presidency, in this regard to bridge this gap? Thank you.
The Romanian presidency will be an important presidency because, as I said, for the European Parliament, we need to pave the way for the European elections. We will vote during the Romanian presidency. This is very, very, very important. The second point, we, as the European Parliament, we ask to the Romanian presidency good results on the reform, on the Dublin reform, and also it's important to pave the way for a good solution on MFF, probably before the European election. There should be a very good message to the European citizens.
I believe that the lack of connection between citizens and politicians, not all citizens, not all politicians, but we observe that this gap exists, is one of the major problems of the European Union. So we will have a number of files to deal with: Brexit, MFF, migration, European elections. I believe that we will have to come up and we will come up with clear answers and clear approaches. We need clear, understandable, logical answers. We need clear approaches, and we need a good communication. We do not need lack of transparency. We do not need half-hearted answers to the major questions that the European citizens will ask us. So, being more open, more communicative, coming up with clear answers, even if it's not necessarily the expected answer, will help to improve the connection between us, the politicians, and the Europeans. The wrong way would be to come up with simplistic answers for complicated questions, because this is the approach that is exercised by some of the rather, I would say, populistic politicians worldwide. It's not something specific for Europe. Complicated issues do need complete but understandable answers. We do not need simplified, wrong answers for complicated issues. There's, for instance, no simple answer for the problem of migration. The answer will be a complicated one, but I believe that it is possible to come up with answers which can be understood by everybody in the European Union, and which will lead to policies, to public policies, which make the process manageable, and we will try to come up with such sustainable policies.
Next question, please.
Sabina Iosub, Antena 3, România, is a question for both of you. Here in the European Parliament, Romania was subject of debate, as you know, weeks ago. Mr. Iohannis, do you consider, taking into consideration the fact that Romania will take the presidency of the Council, do you consider that resolution on Romania should be avoided? Will you lobby for this, or do you consider a resolution necessary here at the European level? Mr. Tajani, is it possible to avoid a resolution on Romania having that debate in the European Parliament? And if you can compare the situations that you've discussed here at the European level, that of Romania, that of Poland or Hungary, are they comparable? What is a definition of rule of law in your opinion, Mr. President?
But the today meeting is not a meeting on Romanian situation. After the debate during last session, we will vote during the next session. Today, the debate with the Romanian president is on the future of the European Union. We want to. And I understand your question. But today, the debate is not on this. We are defending the rule of law everywhere, in Poland, in Romania, and also, if need, also in my country, everywhere. This our engagement is our job to defend as European Parliament the rule of law everywhere. The Parliament is ready for a resolution, and then we will decide the content of the resolution.
The European Parliament obviously has the right to debate problems, issues, and if necessary to come up with resolutions which have to be voted. That's their right. On the other hand, as President Tajani underlined, my appearance today before the Parliament was not linked to that debate of the rule of law in Romania. Despite that fact, I made comments on the rule of law in Romania. You give me the opportunity now to underline once more. Romania is a functioning democracy, and Romania abase the rule of law. But on the other hand, of course, Romania is a very lively democracy, and we have approaches which some believe are not of the good kind. We have a debate around the Romanian justice, and I expressed my opinion on that very clear at home in Romania. I did not want to go deeper into inner political debates of Romania here before the European Parliament. So, nevertheless, it is extremely unusual for the European Parliament to debate and vote a resolution on a member state just 1 month ahead of the presidency of the Council of the Union, which will be taken over by this member state. The decision is with the European Parliament.
And one last question.
Ramona Avramescu, TVR. My question is for President Iohannis. In his speech today, President Juncker asked for a national consensus on the rule of law and fight against corruption in Romania until we take over the presidency, so practically in the next couple of months. To what extent do you think this can be accomplished, and how?
Well, I, for my part, am absolutely not ready, not for any objective in the world, to lower my standards regarding rule of law and justice in Romania. Rule of law has to stay rule of law, justice has to stay independent, and the democracy in Romania untouched. And this is my stance no matter what. On the other hand, it's obvious that everybody in Romania understands the importance of a successful presidency of the Council of the European Union. So I am ready, seems the government is ready to have us work together for the presidency. And we will do, and it will be a successful presidency, but that does not mean at all that I will lower my standards regarding rule of law and independence of justice. And so we will have a continuous lively debate in Romania on these issues, but the presidency, on the other hand, will be a decent, a successful one, and on those terms we will cooperate.
Thank you very much. Mulțumesc mult.
Thank you.
President, thank you.